Why do I call diversity the death of everything? Sounds kind of dramatic, right? Maybe a little melodramatic. It's a little over the top. The death of everything. You tell me everything's going to die? Well, yeah, everything actually is dying already, and it will continue dying. And it's not complicated. It's actually very straightforward and simple. Everyone understands it once you explain it to them. If I am starting a little village, starting my own little village, it's going to be 100 of us. I'm going to be king, of course, but either way, I'm going to start my own little village. And we're going to need people who are going to build the houses and build the pastures and tend the crops and collect the water and give us medical care and things like that. And I have all these people I can choose from. Whenever I need to fill a job, there are all these people. There's this big pool of people who want to join Jesse's village. But I decide, hey, yeah, the village is going well. Obviously, it's been built well because initially I chose a bunch of people who were the best. If I've got to make a pasture, who's the best guy out there? Who's the best farmer around? I want someone to build our homes, and I'm out there looking for the best. Give me the best construction worker, home builder, get in here, the best doctor. But then something changes in my village. One day I decide, you know what? There aren't enough people with green eyes in our village. So from now on, we're going to prioritize green eyes. If you got green eyes, you move to the front of the line. How's the home building go from then on? Probably not right away, right? But over time, as I take this qualified guy and I say leave, and I take this qualified guy and I say leave, and I take this qualified guy and I say leave until I get to someone with green eyes. Over time, what happens to the homes in my village? As I do this with my doctors, and that's happening here in America, and I have the best doctors lined up, and I say, no, your eyes are brown, get lost. Oh, no, your eyes are blue, gone, until I get to one with green eyes. How long until my medical care just starts to die and go downhill? Prioritizing things like gender and skin color. Are you gay? When you're trying to fill up a nation with qualified people, when you place a priority on that which does not matter, you will inevitably sacrifice what does matter. If we have officially moved, and we have officially moved, from a merit-based society into a society that places huge amounts of emphasis on things that don't matter at all, well, everything's going to die. And it really is the death of everything. And that's what's so wild when you think about it. When you look around you, when you think about your day. I think about my day today. I woke up and breakfast with my sons. Maybe the stove breaks 10 years from now. Why? Maybe the stove manufacturer tossed all the merit-based people and he only wanted to hire gays. And so I get some below average gay person making my stove. It breaks when I have breakfast with my son. Maybe on the way as I drive them to school in the morning, maybe I have a blowout in one of my tires because whoever took over that tire company decided to we only women. And so a bunch of qualified men weren't there to make my tires, and then the tire blew out. Maybe someone gets hurt. Maybe a plane falls out of the sky. Maybe, God forbid, but me or someone I love, someone you love, maybe we have a brain tumor, and boy, it really needs to get out of there, and it's going to take only the best surgeon, except the surgeon in my area isn't the best surgeon. He was hired because he was black, and I die, or you die, or someone you love dies. The death of everything. Diversity is an evil word. It's a stupid thing to ever brag about, let alone prioritize. I don't care if I have a diverse studio here of producers. I don't give a crap what color any of them are, what gender any of them are. Show up and be the best or get gone. That's what I care about. That's what a nation interested in its own survival cares about, and our nation doesn't anymore. At the highest levels. That's what's so amazing. It would be one thing if we were sitting here discussing the sociology department at Berkeley. This is the press secretary. This is the voice of the President of the United States of America.
I want to take the opportunity to lay out how diverse the president's cabinet has been, how diverse the president's administration has been. The cabinet is majority people of color for the first time in history. The cabinet is majority female for the first time in history. A majority of White House senior staff identify as female. 40% of White House senior staff identify as part of the racially diverse communities. And a record 7 assistants to the president are openly LGBTQ+. So again, this is something that the president prides himself on. That he actually has taken action to show the diversity of this administration.
He sure has. And that's why our president regularly meets with actors and actresses and hangs out with people while Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin meet to solidify an Asian domination of the planet. We have the most insane people running this nation. This goes way beyond the government now. Corporations do this, airline industry does this, trains do this, food processing, medical industry. You know what? Let's go back to Corinne Diversity Hire, because she's actually a great example. Everyone isn't good at everything. You have different skill sets. It takes a different skill set to do what I do than what you do. I couldn't do your job. Maybe you couldn't do my job. Not that this is difficult. People have different skills they're given. And you need different skills for different jobs. Tom Brady's a great NFL quarterback. Maybe he would be really bad at building homes, pounding nails. I don't know that, but maybe he would be. As Press Secretary of the United States of America, your job, your entire job, you don't even have a second job. Your entire job is to be the voice of the White House, the president, the Joe Biden presidency. You are supposed to get up there every day and be his voice. Meaning what? That means when you get up, you should be able to speak and speak clearly. In fact, you should be one of the best, if not the best, in the country at speaking. But when you prioritize, well, we need a black lesbian, this is what you end up with.
Pope Emeritus Benedict XVI was done in a bipartisan, bicameral way. Bipartisan support. Dr. John Clauser, who won the Nobel Prize in Physics, and Dr. Douglas Diamond, who won the Nobel Prize in Economic Sciences. Okay, the Vice President will visit the DMZ. Nearly 70 years since the Korean armistice, using energy, they're weaponizing energy, and it's choosing to one of the things that has been out there, to shut down the pipeline of Nord Stream 1, instead of risking their lives at the hands of human strugglers. Human strugglers.
But hey, it's just the White House, right? No. Let's circle back. Let's circle back to that little brain tumor talk we just had a minute ago. I've tried to explain this. It's easy to be frightened by what's coming out of law schools these days. I don't think people are aware of what's coming out of medical schools and where our medical institutions are going these days.
So, Sam, I'd like to ask you a few more questions, if that's okay.
Okay.
All right. Can you tell me, do you feel like a boy, like a girl, like both, or neither? And there's no right answer.
He keeps telling me that he's a girl and that he doesn't like boy stuff. So we let him go by the name of Sam, which I like because it could be for a boy or for a girl. I don't know, I think he just wants to be like his big sister.
Dad, I told you, I'm a girl.
I'm sorry, honey. It's just hard to understand.
Thank you for sharing that. I would like to ask Sam. So what do you say, Sam?
I'm a girl.
How long have you known you're a girl?
I don't know, but a long time.
So when we're talking about you, would you like for us to say he or she?
She.
Okay, thanks.
That's the Medical University of South Carolina who put out that video. Oh, but wait, there's more. It's also, here in the U.S. of gay, it's also our foreign policy.
LGBTQ plus rights are human rights. And we, again, back to the earlier question, are never going to shy away, be bashful about speaking up for those rights and for individuals to live as they deem fit, as they want to live. And that's something that's a core part of our foreign policy, and it will remain so.
A core part of our foreign policy. As Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin sit down together and solidify an agreement to exchange arms, oil, gas, manufacturing. We are prioritizing LGBTQ rights internationally. But wait, let's just do one more, shall we? I know you are aware of the financial situation currently as we stand as in the country. It's not very good, is it? And we all like to imagine, I know I do, we like to imagine that the people running the finance industry of this nation, they're only the best and brightest and sharpest out there. But what if they're just a bunch of moron diversity hires?
I think there's a big disparity between the investments in Black-led companies than other companies.
We want to help close the Latino wealth gap. I want to be able to help them build generational wealth. I love access to innovation because of what it stands for. Giving access to opportunities such as training, such as financing, introductions that people would not necessarily get. This is part of an initiative that everyone is committed to, from the CEO down. It's meaningful work that has to be done. My name is Beatriz Acevedo. I'm Dave Salvan, and I'm happy to be part of Access to Innovation.
Silicon Valley banks certainly seemed like they had their priorities in line right before they collapsed. No?